this time we're back with Brooke.
Hello!
Brooke.
Yeah.
Brooke, would you like to introduce yourself?
In English?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. Sure. You know, I'm in Indonesia, so. My name is Brooke. Oops. I'm from Florida.
Florida?
Anything else you would like to know?
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 22 years old.
Would you like to tell us more about Florida?
Sure. Florida is actually very similar in weather temperatures to Batam. It's always very hot. It has mostly just two seasons, summer and summer with rain.
It seems like us,
Yeah, pretty much the same as Batam, except for in the winter it can get like a little bit cold, just a little bit cold, you know, but not too terribly cold. Usually Florida is famous for its beaches because it's a peninsula, which means it's surrounded by water on all three sides. So it has a lot of beachfront properties. But I actually really prefer the central Florida, which has a lot of farming, where they'll farm tomatoes and they'll farm oranges and lemons and limes and grapefruits.
Oh, do you own a farm as well then?
I have a small farm, very small.
Oh, what kind of, what
are the vegetables or fruits you plant?
So for me, the kind of farm I have is like we have had chickens and goats and pigs and ducks.
It's not the fruit festival.
I usually just have a garden. So like I have a big garden where I'll grow like tomatoes and cauliflower and broccoli and chili peppers.
It's not that small then.
It's
kind of big. The way you mentioned it, it's kind of big.
Yeah.
Semi-large, maybe semi-large.
It's like the size of our porch.
What do you like to do for fun in Florida?
For fun in Florida, I love going on walks and I love bike riding. And I love, what else? I like swimming.
The few main differences when you first came here, like what really shocked you the most?
Ooh, between here and America?
Yeah.
The one thing that shocked me the most probably was how many people you can fit on one motorbike.
Oh my god! That's actually against the law, but we still do it.
Yeah,
I've never seen a whole
the Indonesia
family
style.
on a motorbike. Yeah, the motorbike is the family car.
Okay, you know the Indonesia. Okay, great.
So that shocked me the most, probably.
What food do you love most here?
I love Indonesian food so much, way more than American food.
Such like?
Like I love nasi padang, especially nasi like with rendang,
or
with perkedel. I really like perkedel. What else? Oh, I also
just
a
mashed potato.
Yeah. Nasi kuning, nasi uduk,
Wow.
soto ayam. Oh, satay.
Oh my god, you are a great eater.
I am a great eater. Yes.
with a great body and a great eater.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Did you have to adapt a lot when you first came here?
Probably the most I had to adapt to was like language. That's a very big one because like in America that's another thing. Culturally in America it's not really weird to go places alone. But here it was considered very weird to go alone, and I couldn't really go places alone since I couldn't speak the language. So if I would go alone, then I would just get lost or like super confused. So that was probably a big adaptation.
Since there's not a lot of Americans here in Indonesia, do people just stare at you a lot when you go to malls?
Yeah. Especially since I've got blonde hair. I get stared at a lot. And I get a lot of pictures taken.
What is the main difference between Batam and your city, Florida?
Main difference.
Is it really so similar?
No, there's a lot of differences. Yeah, especially, well, I come from a different part of Florida, so I'm not around a lot of city. But still, I think one of the main differences is probably the way that people interact with each other. And I think that's like even a cultural thing, because here in Indonesia, it's very community oriented, and so like people are very, very kind, and they're very welcoming and hospitable and like very friendly, and so it's like it's pretty easy to walk around our neighborhood and make friends with people. It's easy to like meet our neighbors. It's easy to go to the grocery store and make friends and like keep up with those friendships, which I really, really love. And in Florida, I can do that, but it takes a lot more work, and it's not normal. Like, people look at it like, why are you talking to me? Because usually the most you get, like, when you see your neighbors, you'll wave to them, but you don't always even know their names. Because it's much more, like, individualistic. And it's more collectivistic here.
Yeah, so...
Do you get homesick?
I get homesick for the people, because I miss my family and my friends, but I really like Indonesia. So, both. Because this has also become like a home to me.
So it hasn't really been that hard for you?
It has been hard, but it's also been really sweet. Like, it's always kind of bittersweet whenever you're in a different place, because you get to like build a new home and make new family, and you get to like fall in love with a new place. And so that part is really sweet, but then it's also always bitter because you miss the places that you've already fallen in love with. So even like when I'm back in America, it's going to be bittersweet because I'll miss my home in Indonesia. So you get little pockets of home everywhere you go.
I think that's all.
Yeah.
So thank you, Brooke, for doing this for us.
Yeah.
So
there any word you want to say?
There'll be a lot of
Viewers?
Indonesians.
Okay, so give me sarang here. 1, 2, 3, yay!
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Brooke.
You are so pretty.